Okay, now let me gather my thoughts. This has been, long overdue. If you don't know, I like to keep things personal, very personal, because the reality of the situation of how fun life is when you let something work versus you get in the way. Now, when I'm saying literally that I've been through a generation of all nerds, literally, and to this day, 2025, when it comes to Naruto or other things, I can tell how video games are developing. And to be honest, I'm predicting the PS7. You see, this guy has less subs than me. I've been networking a lot, and I've worked with Knuckles a lot, but the truth is, back in the reality show of Karen, actual beats came with tragedy. Synopsis why I didn't want to talk about, what led to my knowledge of Run DMC. Or good rap, in the hood. A lot of people want to know why I'm fabulous. I'm going to give you an example. Now, like Cindy and Kishimoto, who's so good at this game, I can imitate the Spider Spin for 7 Ninja Swordsman. Now that's confirmed. Not everybody loves me for the shit that I do it, fool. This next part is about fan progression. It starts off with the evaluation my junior year in high school. Because what happened literally when I was a junior, why I drank the shit from Garlic Jr., I was slightly deferring, the style. Recognizing characters like Suzune and, the assistant of, the second Tsuchikage. I was telling Chris the same thing about, that one girl, who was bald, that came from the Rock Village. My brother actually replied that she's a fucking dude. Truth of the matter is, because it was slightly progressing, is why I recognize, the whole taste of, anime, changed. Shit that we know as Sakamoto days. It's true, it's very true. What happened was there was a war over nerds that, revolved around not just, my flow or my channel, the evolution of how fine games and how people are reacting, to Naruto Online because of Michael. He joined the MVP that was secretly, they were trying, with the government, a gang way of sneaking in the MVP, not like my way. Through hacking, getting the official, dub clips online. It was on the Team 4-star shit. When characters like Madara came out is when people started, thinking one way, thinking that they were Madara. This is very important. Because as someone who worked with Mariah Carey today, I can tell you that something, slightly deferring. Just like Fabolous Naruto is very important for this channel. Because you need to understand that Fabolous is blue like a Cell Jr. and that gang already happened. And then later on, when I was in the middle of the game, Avatar, D-Dot, and everybody I play with. Leads from that, when fans were progressing, is exactly when I was in the middle. Then it came up, but the debate, happened, after Marineford, wore best, officially. Because what anime community videos are. They're the reason why I got into so much trouble. It's just slightly deferred, like a girl man, like every anime community video uses the academy. It falls, shortly flat. The fact that they were talking about animation. Unless you make the show yourself, you have no reason, to talk about it. They come out, with smart ass shit, hacking people like, Kishimoto, to Airbnbs. Like, listen, buddy, if you actually want to make an anime, you have to be in Japan first. That's where internet trolls were all out of rack. Now, one thing I know about, what you don't think I know about anime, and the reason why you call me a simpleton, is I was there literally, before anime came out in COVID, when they still had, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Because you think I'm not hyped in the anime community, well, I'm the one who competes with the blue cards. Pendulum is still a way of fighting in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm still using the Axel cards, the Pendulum and the links to do the Axel Chris Brown formula. I watched all the Slice of Life anime like Snoop Dogg at one time. You gotta understand, anime dramatically changed. So your little fucking troll chats, literally. Again, the way of industrial Japan is the exact same reason why you think that I'm confused that my anime, basically isn't already out right now. Because of what you did, because you kept the short side community, with the fucking anime community. It's the exact same reason where we have shit like Beyblade. Remaking Bakugan today, that's the same excuse. All the black people in Bakugan for no reason. Oh, anime is just being more socially accepted for African Americans. Well, I know niggas can be made with multiverse theory. Get the fuck out of here. From shit like Fire Force, barely my hero niggas, hanging in terms of integrity. Anime and COVID, all the way to Sakamoto days. Anime is shit today because nobody's trying. Because of what I did and how, hard they're pushing their point, personally about my case that they're willing to make out of this anime on purpose in order to boost the case. Say that I'm out of place in life. It's fucking crazy how you can go out of your way to make the same excuse on paper. And by the way, you gotta do a negative. Because back when I was doing this shit at Fanime is when you could still criticize me about JoJo. The newest one that came out, the one with Shooter Lily, that was when it was hot with Mamacita. And Jordan, you already know how I feel about Jordan. Hey Chris, I think I have a thing for her, bro. Okay, well, they ignored your Enoch in my backyard.